Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the epilogue chapter of Demon Muramasa, possibly the true ending? Either way, it seems like we're starting a second arc, one where we start our lives living with Muramasa. We started drunk and depressed, and I assume we'll be getting out of that drunken depression on a more permanent basis. That seems to be where the arc is leading. So,
これが近いこと?
this is your idea of close?
解釈次第では。
In a manner of speaking?
誤解とか曲解とか言うのよね。
Oh yeah, I
それ
just
って
bet.
きっと。
Most hotels like this one have stores that rent out clothing for parties and events. It didn't take long to find an outfit for Muramasa which met my requirements. That was definitely an intended ass shot. This isn't anything like the dress she wanted.
完璧だ。
Absolute perfection. Right, well, if you like maids, yeah. That ATK and ass isn't new. This one is clearly intended to be an ass shot. He draws 90% ass. Yeah, but not in this VN. Now, I can't really argue it. The man has a type. The man has a type. He's got good taste. Muramasa's pretty hot.
これ何なのか聞いていいかしら。
Mind telling me what I'm
どっちかって
wearing
いう
here?
と私の方であんまり聞きたくないんだけど。
Assuming I want to know.
貴人に仕える女性が着る服には違いないぞ。
The clothes of a woman in service,
だが、
albeit the Western version.
本当かな。
Oh, really?
いや、良い。いや、素
Magnificent.
晴らしい。
Magnificent.
褒めてくれるのは嬉しいんだけどね。なんか今のあなたダメな病気っぽい。
Thanks for the compliment, I guess. But why do I get the feeling you're a little sick in the head?
病気は病気だが、おそらく地球上の男性の過半数が患っている病気だから、気にしないでくれ。
Perhaps I am. But if so, it's a sickness most men are afflicted with. Don't let it bother you.
なんなんだか。で、私はこの格好でどうしたらいいわけ？
Whatever. So you put me in this getup. What now?
そうだな。
How about some
お茶を
tea?
もらおうか。
She's not wearing pantsuit. Where's that World War II researcher? You just can't tell. And that World War II researcher is canonically dead via crystallization. Yeah, he turned to solid gold crystal. I think he's still dead.
道具は？
I don't see a tea set.
テーブルの上の、それだ。
Oh, that's it there on the table.
これ？
Oh, this.
海
I
を越えると
I guess
お
this
茶
is
の道具
Western
もこ
style
んな
too.
風になるのね。
ところ変われば。だから
Different cultures, of course.
ちょっと待ってて。
Just a minute. Oh, there was.
ごめん、こういうの使ったことないから。
Sorry, I've never used a pot like this.
こぼしちゃった。拭かないと。
Oh boy. Kageyaki's like, my god, we know what kind of maid she is now. The clumsy type?
なんで感動してるの？
Why do you look so happy?
いや、俺としたことが、
Pardon me,
いささ
that
か
was,
取り乱した。
that was a close one.
危うく魂を根こそぎ持っていかれるところだった。
I could feel my soul ascending to heaven.
どこへよ。
Are you sure that was heaven? Didn't she say she wanted to wear what was like super fashionable in the 1500s? In Kyoto? And he gave her a maid outfit? Yeah, he needs some time in a horny jail again, I suppose.
構わずに続けてくれ。
Please continue.
何度失敗してもいい。
Spill as much as you like.
しません。すぐ入れ直すから待ってて。
I won't spill anymore. Just wait, I'm almost done.
うん。 ねえ、
なんだ
what's wrong?
視線が気になる。
The way you're staring?
なぜだろう
Oh, was I staring?
ほのかに邪念を感じるっていうか、
It feels hungry.
はて
Ah.
いやらしいこと考えてない？
Were you thinking of doing something naughty?
うん考えている
Yes, he was.
否定してよ。逃げ場がなくなるじゃないの。
You're not supposed to admit it. Now there's no way out.
だから肯定した
That's the point.
ダメだからね、こんなところで。
We're not doing that, okay? Not here.
しかしその服を持ち出すわけにはいかないのでな
But we can't take the costume home. Truly, we're at an impasse. After loosing a heavy sigh, Muramasa turns to me with a look of resignation.
もうどうしてほしいの？
What do you want me to do?
さて
Well, now, let the fun begin. Fade to black.
実家に帰ります。
I'm going back to live with my parents.
どこだ
Please think that statement through. Dusk finds us on the road back home. Muramasa's understandably upset. Go back to live with their parents. Wait, they're both dead. Both of them confirmed dead. One of them by her own hand. Yeah, alright.
あんなことして、あんなことして、あろうことかあんなことまでして。
I can't believe you made me do all the things. All those things!
有意義な時間だった
It was a most productive evening.
反省の色がない。
You at least pretend to be sorry.
感謝はしているつもりだが
Grateful, thank you.
あんなことまたやらせる気じゃないでしょうね。
Thinking of doing it again, are you? Hagiaki doesn't respond.
知っているか村正朝焼けは雨の夕焼けは晴れの兆しとよく言われるが一応の根拠はあって
Oh, good plan, distraction. Okay. Have you heard the saying about red skies at night? There's actually a scientific basis for that. Yeah, Kageyaki's shenanigans.
話をそらすな。
Answer the question. No, it's an obvious misdirect. The streets are largely devoid of traffic. It's quiet, though a lingering warmth makes it easy to recall the bustle of the day. The balance is comfortable, and I let the air fill my lungs. It's not much further.
いいこと？そもそも男女間のちぎりっていうのは
In the first place, relations between men and women are supposed to be more...
何かしら？
If you're depressed, get yourself a dark elf to cure it. Seems good. Yeah, I just need to get myself that dark elf companion who's secretly in love with me. No big deal.
わからん
Are we still not at the end? I know, right? I'm not sure. Crowds gathered at the intersection ahead. A dozen or so men are talking animatedly. From their body language, it's clear the topic is dire, and as we draw closer, I see a few of them are gasping for breath as if they just ran a race.
どうかしたのですか
Is something the matter?
ん？ああ、またドンパチがあったらしくてね。
Oh, there's been another battle.
それも相当激しいやつが巻き込まれそうになってようやく逃げてきたんだってさ、この人たち。
A big one. These guys almost got caught in it. Made it out by the skin of their teeth.
そうですか
It comes as no surprise. Battles are now commonplace in Kanto. I can only pray that whoever's involved, they resolve it quickly.
場所はどこでしょうやはり房総半島の
Near Oyumi or?
いや違うよ、
No, here.
ここさ。
ここ
Here?
ああ、北釜の方の
Yeah, to the north of the
ど
city.
こって言ったっけ？
Where was it again?
県庁寺だよ。宮様がいらっしゃる。
In Choji Temple, you know, where the prince is?
そうそう、そのあたりだってさ。
Right, up there. With Hachiman Shrine still a crater in the earth, Kenchoji remains the residence of my one-time benefactor, Prince Haruhito. Or Haruhiro. There's only one explanation for fighting at the shrine. Some hardline element of GHQ or Rokuhara must have attacked the prince. Okay. He's in danger, and not only him. If these men who fled the fighting are any indication, the whole neighborhood's at risk. Stop it.
Muramasa.
Muramasa? I look for a dark corner, somewhere I can armor without being seen. By air, Kenshoji is seconds away. I can still prevent a tragedy, save many. The look in Muramasa's eyes strikes me like water from a winter lake. Save who? Who can I save, and how? Will I plead for peace? Nonsense. I know that's folly. No, if I want to stop the fighting, I'll have to do it by force. Lethal force. For this time, I'll be facing an army, not a handful of gangsters with knives. Find a telephone booth through the Superman with power armor? Yeah. Will I kill again, judging my enemies wrong, and then pay the price for the shameless deed by killing those that deem right? It's fine, just learn to love yourself, then you can stab yourself all you like. Great, injuring yourself for killing people seems good, considering you just did that at the end of the previous arc. I can't, not anymore. Mido?
帰ろうか。
Let's go home. I turn and leave the group behind, Muramasa beside me. Once more, silence surrounds us. He learned the seppuku meta from Elden Ring? Yeah, it's a good strat. It helped him beat Ginsego. So, clearly it will help him here. He just has to learn to love himself first. Then he can kill all he wants in hatred. Split his wrists and let Muramasa heal him before he bleeds out. Yep. Thus a perfectly ordinary Sunday comes to an ordinary end and I lie in bed, a warmth at my side.
ねえ、ミド。
Hey, Mido?
どこか遠くに行かない？
Go somewhere far away.
どこか静かなところ。
Somewhere where it's quiet.
そうだな。そうしようか。
I'd like the sound of that. Soon sleep comes, bringing blessed oblivion. Tonight I sleep to forget. Oh. Somewhere quiet before the words passed my lips, I knew them for the lie they were. There is nowhere quiet, not anymore. We'll have to keep running forever, perhaps, so long as we hope to find peace. Even so, it's worth it to try. Kageyaki deserves to forget. Of this I'm certain, and this certainty brings with it a terrible pain. What is the greatest obstacle to helping him forget? The answer is clear. His weapon, his Tsurugi. The obstacle is me. So long as I remain by his side, the memories of blood and slaughter will haunt him without cease. I mean, they probably will, whether you're there or not. I'd choose this path again, I told him, becoming a Tsurugi. That I don't regret. I spoke the truth, but of the past. The present, that...
変われるものなら。
If I could choose, I would become something else, not a Tsurugi, not steel, not might, but something that could give warmth and comfort to the man sleeping by my side. You have to be a Tsurugi to live 400 years, 500 years, so... The next morning we wake early to pack.
衣類はこの程度でいいの。
I think that's enough clothing.
そうね。あ、そこにこれも入れておいて。
Oh, would you add this?
な
What
ん
is
だ
it?
お弁当。さっき作ったの。
Our lunch. I made it while you were sleeping.
物置をひっくり返していたのではなかったのか。
That would explain why I dreamt of an earthquake. Our preparations are finished in less than 2 hours. We have few belongings of note. Outside, a clear sky greets us. Train's pulling into the station just as we arrive, and boarding it won't be easy. However, I realized looking around. A sizable crowd is awaiting passage. The battle last night is likely to blame. People have realized Kamakura is no longer safe, and are willing to pay a fortune for the army's protection rather than flee by sea and risk pirates. Muramasa and I won't make it onto this train. We'll have to wait for the next.
急ぐ旅でもないしな。
I suppose we're in no hurry.
え
Indeed, I have no more need of haste. For 2 years I ran myself ragged, every day a battle and a race against time. But now that fight's over. Have I found peace? No. Nor happiness. I'm not a saint. No great work has earned me a hero's rest. I'm fleeing just like these people here, though in my case from my crimes. From the past, which carved in stone will never let me go. Okay, you killed everyone who wanted vengeance on you too. Though I fly, I need no longer run. That's my sole reward.
村正は汽車に乗るのは初めてか。
It'll be your first time on the train, won't it?
そうね。ちゃんと乗るのは
Well, riding like a normal person.
おう、
Right.
鉄道を使うときは
I
貨
always
物
put
扱
you
い
in.
にしていたな。
Always put you in baggage before.
すまん。
Sorry.
何よ今さら。
Really now. To some, this reward might seem a poor trade for all I lost, but truly, what more could I ask for? A grand finale to life such as mine? This is Minato Kageki's lot, so be it.
列車の窓から見る景色はいいものだ。
There's nothing quite like the view from the inside of a train.
そうなの
Oh?
流れてゆく風景がなんというかな、奇妙に幻想的に映る。
There's something dreamlike about watching the world pass by.
世界を外から眺めているような。
Like you're in a world of your own. You think Sorimachi's gonna appear out of nowhere? Like Kirei to have a fist fight with Kageyaki? As much as I would like that for a sudden ending, I don't know if they're gonna do that.
ふーん。
まあ
You'll see.
楽しみ。
I'm looking forward to it. The train's full. Every car is packed to bursting, and while harried attendants make their final inspections, those who could not, like us, sit upon the bit of board, sigh, and check their watches. How long before the next train, I wonder? An hour? Maybe more? It doesn't matter, I have nowhere to be, nothing to chase, and no one to hunt. I turn to Muramasa, our eyes meet, and for no apparent reason, she smiles. The whistle blows to signal the train's departure. Thus one story ends, and another begins. Well, that was sudden.
村正
Muramasa? A shining steel spike has burst from her chest. A spike? No, a sword. Whose? Wait, didn't someone say... Oh my god, you called
You.
it! You called it! No way! Hey there! You're like, hey, what if he shows up for a fist fight? And then boom! Oh wow, I was not expecting... I thought we were just memeing. I didn't expect Sorimachi to just show up and run someone through. Damn, some of you guys are prescient. Either you're reading the wiki or you're prescient. Nice job. Hey there. Looking as
相
miserable
変わ
as
らずしけた面してやがる。いや、違
I gotta
う
say.
な。相変わらずじゃね
What I've seen of you lately.
え。ここ最近の腐りっぷりは、
The whole new
前
level
に
of
も増して
shit.
見るに耐えなかったぜ。港さんよ
Hey, Minato? And now a question. Looking back, who is my true enemy? Was it Suzukawa Ryobu? Nagasaka Ukyo? Fuma Kotaro? Oji Suguru? Was it George Gargett, Ichigo Kazuma, Ashikaga Moriyuji, Chachamaru, the Konjin, Hikaru? They fought me, yes. They risked their lives and dreams to strike me down. But did any one of them hate me? To some I was an obstacle, to some an amusing aside, to some an insect, and to some I was beloved. Even for those who'd hate in their hearts, the hate was directed elsewhere. Thus, though I opposed them, I was never truly their enemy. And so, who hated me? Who earned my hate in turn?
何度でも言ってやるぜ。てめえはくだらねえ半端野郎だ。
I'll say it again in case you weren't listening. You're a worthless half-assed piece of shit.
なんでか
You wanna
て
know why?
めえは、
Because
い
you hate
や
it.
いややってるじゃねえか。あのガキども、あの姉妹を、いやいやながら殺しやがった。
You killed those kids, those little girls, and you didn't even want to.
ふざけんじゃね
The fuck do you think you are?
え。いやいやながらで、やったやつ自身が納得もしてねえような理由で、殺されちまった方の身になりやがれ。ああ
You ever think what it's like, huh? To die for something the asshole killing you ain't even serious about? How stupid that must feel?
バカバカしくてしょうがねえだろうが。
How the fuck are you supposed to rest in peace like that?
黙れ。貴様。黙れと。
Enough, I said.
黙れと言っている
Not another word. That night, when I faced the Immelman turn, I was struck by a revelation, a prophecy which has now come to pass. My one true enemy was always Sorimachi Ichizo.
お前は
You. With Muramasa limp in the crook of his arm, he jumps on the train, seizing a window ledge as it hurls past. Train rolls on, picking up speed, carrying them away. Before I can blink it's over, the train keeps going. No one who could have stopped it was watching. The few who were stare agape as if they still don't know what they saw. And me, what am I doing? Why am I standing here? Muramasa's been taken. I drop my bags and take off running, paying no heed to the angry shouts as I barrel through the crowd. The world is a white darkness, empty but for the train. The platform ends and I jump onto the track.
Oi!
The track fights me, a rail catching my foot, throwing me to the ground. Out of my way, damn you. I stand and resume chase, the train already far ahead, carrying Muramasa and Sorimachi far away. I mustn't lose sight, I mustn't...
待て貴様
A pressure on my throat arrests me. Someone seized me by the collar. Who?
民間人の線路内立ち入りは禁止だ
Get back here. You're not allowed on the tracks.
離せ
Let go.
何
Are you crazy?
構っている暇はない
I don't have time for this. I feed strength into my legs, trying to break free.
なめるな
You're not going anywhere. The man grabs me and wrestles me down. My face hits the ground. My mouth fills with dirt. I like how the station clerk arrests the guy whose girlfriend just got stabbed instead of the guy stabbing people. What a useful person. It tastes of ash and bile, defeat. Why must I be brought low? Now when every second is precious. Yeah, it's like, let's just arrest people who observe stabbing. Worst clerk ever, right? I don't deserve this fight. I mean, he said the train was like an hour out at least. Like the next train. Who the fuck cares if he's on the rail, honestly? I know you're not supposed to be there, but shit, railroads are like practically empty 90% of the time. Especially in this country where it's like costs an arm and a leg to travel via train. Oh well. So what gives you the right? Don't tell me the rest of the story is gonna be Mario. Sorry, your Tsurugi is in another castle. Could be. Could be. We kicked Muramasa out. Now what?
さあ来いしばらくまずい飯を食わせてやる
You're coming with me? See how you like jail food. Yeah, the station clerk unironically just arrested this guy for chasing after the guy who stabbed his girlfriend. Alright. Station clerk, unironically a F-tier character. Like, wow, look at all the blood everywhere. Oh man, this guy's chasing after someone. This guy's chasing after someone. Better arrest him. What? Move! Why you? At last breaking free, I leap up and run. The man falls behind, but the damage is done. The train's vanished. Now what now? How long will it take to reach the next station on foot? Even if that's where Sorimachi gets off, he'll have plenty of time to do what? What is he playing for Muramasa? Calm down, I just need to get there first. By air, the next station is moments away. Armamusha, right?
Muramasa!
Muramasa? Muramasa? Damn it. Classic Rokuhara, yeah, they're trash at governance and law. Cool. Muramasa was taken. Do you not know what that means? Blind with rage at my own stupidity, I nearly missed the important question. Why doesn't Muramasa respond? A Tsurugi and its master are inseparable. No distance can sever their bond. Has she lost consciousness? Is her damage that great? Or is she already... I banished the thought. It can't be. The next station, that's where I'll find her. But how do I get there? I can't fly, and on foot I'm far too slow. There must be something.
Yes.
Of course. Bolting from the track, I run to the road. The street in front of the station is crowded, and I search frantically for what I need. And there, a bus. I run. The bus is pulling into its stop. Perfect timing. I know this line. It'll get me to the next station soon after the train arrives. The door's open, but no! A line, a wall of prospective passengers blocking me, boarding with interminable sloth. There's no time. Pardon me. What? Hey, no pushing. It's urgent. Wait your turn! I don't have time. I push through, working my way to the front. Almost. Back the fuck up! The world spins. Suddenly I'm on my hands and knees. Did someone push me? Looking up, I see a throng of sneering faces. Serves him right, they all seem to say. Disbelief grips my heart. What's wrong with them? Don't they know what's at stake? No. No, they do not. I climb to my feet and run for the bus. The door is there. It shuts in my face. Please. But the bus driver scoffs and steps on the gas. He doesn't even look my way. I watch helpless as the bus pulls away. Through the windows, people point at me and laugh. The bus is gone. I'll have to wait for the next. How long will that take? 10? 20 minutes? Kachimaru died when she got stabbed in her Tsurugi form. She literally... She was stabbed in her Tsurugi form. She was stabbed in her Tsurugi form and then died a week later. Because being stabbed is irreparable for her because reasons. Even though the wound healed itself, she just died. I don't know. Broken heart. I have no clue why she died so slowly. It's like, what was irreparable about the damage she got? She clearly healed her injuries. It's like, well. I guess she's just dead. Oop, oh well. No time, why is this happening? Wrong, it's cruel. Oh well.
そうしてください。当ては難しいことはわかりませんけど、
Please stay. All
こ
this
ん
talk
な
of
大怪我
battles
を
is
してい
beyond.
る人が出ていくなんて、そんなのダメです。
But I know we mustn't let an injured man
うん
leave.
ニーヤはどうしたの？
Going somewhere?
ニーヤ、
She
お
wants
家
to go
に
home
帰り
for
た
the
いんだって。
Kageyaki's father killed her in another route with stabbing her heart? Yeah, she died in like 10 seconds from that. 100%. She died super fast from that. She wasn't stabbed in the heart though. She was stabbed, but not in a way that was lethal. She was stabbed in a non-lethal way, and even after healing still died. It was kinda nonsense. I don't really get why Chachimaru died. I just don't complain about it too much because I figured she may as well have just died on the spot and it wouldn't really change the plot in any meaningful way. Like if she's like, oh, I'm dying, and then dies 2 seconds later, it would have been about the same thing.
そんなのやだ。もっといてほし
I want to go talk more.
い。そうよね。ほら、お武家
So do
様。
I, Noble Samurai.
船
Look,
もこう言
Queen
っ
is
てます。
begging.
ごめんなさい。でも二人とも 昨日からここに詰めっきりでしょ。
But since you've been stuck out
朝
here
ご
since
はん
yesterday,
食べてないんじゃないかと思って。
I thought you might want breakfast.
作った持ってきた。
You made it here.
お武家様、
Is it a bomb? If he's disconnected from Muramasa, can he kill now? I mean, maybe. He hasn't tested that. Remember, Kageaki does not have an inquisitive mind. Let's put it that way. I don't want to spend too long complaining about him. Is it a bother? Eat, eat. I arrive at the next station, gasping for breath. Though I ran as fast as I could, it feels like an eternity's passed. Truth is, I don't know how long it's been. The question frightens me too much to ask, and desperate, I burst through the station doors. The train, of course, moved on. Only a few people are waiting on the platform. There's no sign of Sorimachi or of Muramasa. But where did they go?
誰か
I need help.
ここでエミシの女性を見ませんでしたか
Has anyone seen an Amishi woman?
杖を持ったヤクザ者は
Or gaunt man with a cane? No one answers, and judging by the looks I'm getting, most of them think me insane. Someone must have seen.
髪の長いエミシの女か病人じみた顔色の筋物です
Amishi woman with the
誰
long
か
hair.
見ていませんか
A pale man carrying a cane. Has anyone seen them?
なあ、げっそりしたチンピラ風のやつならさっき見たけど。
Oh yeah, I saw a skinny guy dressed like some kind of yakuza. A voice rises from the crowd. Finally!
なんかでかい箱を担いでたな。
He was carrying this huge box.
どこですどこへ行きました
Did you see?
駅を出て
He left the
ど
station
っ
and
ち
then...
だったかな。
思い出してください
You have to tell me, please.
早く
Tell me.
おいおい、なん
Okay,
だそれ
chill。out. I'm trying to help.
人に物を聞く態度じゃねえぞ。
そんなことはいいどこだ二人は村正は
There's no time. Where are they? Where's Muramasa? Muramasa, the name brings a crushing sense of loss. The place at my side's empty. The world is out of joint. Why then, when I need her so? No, not a single person. There's like a fountain of blood everywhere. Not a single person even cares. Little bit exaggerated. Guy stuffs what looks like a corpse into a box. Nobody comments. It's a regular day. Yeah, I guess. After what people have seen Rokuhara doing, I can see why people wouldn't bother reporting it. They're like, well, must have been an enemy of Rokuhara. He might have been on top of the train. Maybe. Why, when I need her so?
村正
Muramasa! Only now do I recognize it, the longing, this love. I can't live without her.
なんだこいつ。
You know what? Forget it.
口の聞き方覚えて出直しな。
Maybe try learning some
Abayo.
manners, asshole. Wait. The man stomps off into the crowd. Why? Why don't people understand?
どうしてこんなことになる
Why is this happening?
勝利を手
Finally
に
have
し
my
たの
victory.
に
I can finally challenge the world.
世界に挑戦できるのに
You can finally challenge the world, but Kageaki's gotta piss on your, he's gotta rain on your parade. Just shit all over your victory. Because he's a dick.
港さん
You were rooting for me too,
あな
weren't
たは
you?
僕を応援してくれていたんでしょう
You know how my dream was stolen?
僕は
I made it back to the top.
僕は
Finally.
ようやくあの挫折からここまで帰ってきたんだ
You know how hard it's
ど
been, how much
れ
I've
ほどの苦労
suffered?
だったかあなたなら分かってくれるはずです見逃してください
Let me go, please.
お
I
願
beg
いし
you.
ますお願い待ってくれ頼む頼むから
Please. Reach out pleading, but the man's already gone. And you don't even take any actions. The tone's over dramatic. If it's a pitch for a second arc, I mean, they're doing an okay job. But you're right, it is a bit over dramatic. So many flashbacks. So much drama, but no action. No, so much drama, but nobody acting even remotely rationally, including Mr. Robotic Kageaki himself. It's like, man, you've seen so many people die and killed so many of your own friends. Come on, man. Surely after all the combat he's seen, he could have acted rationally. Instead, he kind of just stood there and watched Sorimachi do whatever. Oh, well. I reached out pleading, but the man's already gone. It's one clue I have. I prepare to give chase, but then something catches my eye. A piece of paper pinned to the station's bulletin board. The signature, it's Sorimachi's, and the message is for me. What do we got? I look up at the pale-faced man, Sorimachi, that's his name. From inside the box where he placed me, he's sitting on a rock, staring into the distance. His expression is pensive, and he's not spoken once. The damage from his attack was not fatal. Returning to my true form helped, and repairs have proceeded rapidly, and now I'm nearly recovered. Of course, I'm not out of danger. The box he put me in while I was incapacitated rendered me helpless, and should he wish to destroy me, he can at his leisure. The question is, what does he want? Until now, pride prevented me from attempting to communicate with my kidnapper, but I need information, and it doesn't seem he's going to volunteer any. So be it. Though this box prevents me from transmitting long range, he should be able to hear me.
ねえ、あなた。
Hey, you.
はい。花摘みですか？
Need to water the lilies?
申し訳ありませんが、そいつは我慢してくんなさい。
Sorry, you're gonna have to hold it.
違います。そんなのするわけないでしょ。
Hold what? I'm a Tsurugi? Right.
そうでしたかね。失礼しました。なんせ、イケてるお姿の方が頭に残ってるもんでしてね。村正の姉さん。
It seems I got the tasty version of you stuck in my head. Neat trick there, by the way, eh, Muramasa? Come to think of it, he wasn't surprised when I reverted to spider form. He already knew I was a Tsurugi, but how?
あなたの前にエミシの姿で出たことがなかったと思うけれど。
Never saw my Amishi form before today.
前にいましたさ。
I did
姉さんからは
actually,
後ろでしたが、ね
though only from behind.
それ、
Watching us.
つけてたってことよね。
え。ま、ここ1週間ばかり。
For about a week now.
宝刀参拝からのゴタゴタのせいで、あんたと野郎を長いこと見失っちまってましたが、ようやく探し出せたもんで。
I lost track of you two after Hachiman Shrine. It took me a while to pick up the trail.
驚きましたね。野郎のそばにエミシのいい女がついてると思えば、そいつが村正。村正って呼ばれてる。
Imagine my
まさ
surprise.
かこんな芸達者な剣があるとは。
Yeah, imagine my surprise when I find him shacked up with an Amishi broad. One he keeps calling Muramasa. I thought he'd lost his marbles at first.
何を考えているの？
What do you want?
はい。
Sorry?
江ノ島で負けたのにも懲りず、私たちを探して、つけ回して、私を襲ってさらって、
It
あ
wasn't
なたは
enough.
何が望みなの？
It wasn't enough that we beat you over Enoshima. You had to hunt us down and take me. Why? Could have finished the job, I guess.
復讐？フキとフナの
Fuki and Funa? Who?
エミシの姉妹よ。
Amishi girls? We killed in the
あの
village?
村にい
I remember during our battle he spoke as if fighting for them.
ああ、そんな名前でしたか。
Oh, is that what they were called?
復讐。
They come here for payback? No, he's not
復
here for
讐
that.
ね。どんな復讐ですかね。獲物をかっさらわれたんで、その仕返しってことになりますか
I
ね。
guess that could be my excuse. You did jack my score.
た。獲物？
Your score?
はい。どう見てもチンピラってなりの男を拾って家にあげちまうお人よしの姉妹です。絵に描いたようなカモってやつで。
A couple girls too dumb to leave a punk like me lying in the river who'd take him home like a lost
食
puppy?
い放題、むしり放題でさ。どうしてやろうかって夢を膨らませていたところにあんたらが現れて、全部ご破算にされちまいましたがね。
I'd have had my way with them and plucked those two bare, but no, you and the officer had to do them in.
何よそれ。そんなの復讐なんて言える筋でもないでしょ。
What? And you think you have the right to avenge them?
おっしゃる通りで。
Did I say that?
ふざけているの？
Your game.
ええ。
No game?
理由らしい理由がないのなら、ミドを影明を苦しめるのはやめて。
Can't you just leave him alone?
何をする気か知らないけれど、あなたがあの人に悪意を抱いているのはわかる。
Let him be if you don't have a reason to torment him.
あなたは何も知らない。あの人はもう十分に苦しいんだ。今も苦しんでいる。
You don't know what he's been through. He's suffered enough. He's still suffering.
村正の名が背負う罪をあなたが解いたいなら、私になさい。御堂には手出ししないで。
Punish me if you need to punish someone for the sins of my line, but leave him out of it. Even though she's damaged, can't she use the short, pileless, half-assed Tsurugi form to at least bust out of the box? Yeah, but she probably can't beat this guy in a fight one-on-one. That would be the problem. Oh, so punish me, but leave him out of it?
私はもう
I just want him to be free.
あの人を解放したい。
ご説の通り、私はあんたと野郎が何をしてきたかなんて詳しくは知りません。
Right, I ain't got a clue what you've been through.
知ったこっちゃないんでね。
Don't care either
私に
from
とって
where I
大事な
stand.
のは一個だけで。
Only one thing that matters.
何？
But
どんなことがあったにしろ、正味のところ、野郎はちいとも変わっちゃいねえってことですよ。
you get right down to it, after all is said and done, he hasn't changed a bit.
あいつは、あの時のまんまだ。
He's still the same half-assed piece of shit he was that night on the mountain.
あの時。
姉さん、あんたも見ていたはずです。
You were there, you
あ
saw
の
it
山
too.
で、エミシのガキを殺した時、
When he killed those girls, that son of a bitch,
野郎は泣いてやがった。
that son of a bitch was crying.
そいつがね、
And that
そいつが。
might spite your
どうして
friend
も
as
ね。
well.
あなたは。
You?
さて、
Anyway. Man's tone suddenly changes and he looks down at me with a lizard smile.
村正の姉さん。あんたは、あの野郎を解放したいんですか？
You say you want to set him free, is that so?
ええ。
そうですか。
Glad to hear it. I got just
だ
the
ったら
trick.
話は簡単だ。
You what?
あんたがいなくなりゃいい。そうでしょ？
I mean, all we need is to get rid of you, isn't that right?
ね
Ain't it? The next thing I see is the flash of steel as the man draws his sword and strikes. How long have I been running? Hours? Certain. The sun is low in the blood-red sky. F? She's in spider form. She can't die from his attack. It's like, there's like two people on the planet who could actually do any damage to a Tsurugi like that. So, or sorry, two people in the series who could deal damage to a Tsurugi, and Sorimachi is not one of them. Dealing unarmed damage to a Tsurugi is like impossible. And both of the ways they were done, I believe, required using the Tsurugi's own attacking momentum against them. Did I tell you what's best with Sorimachi? Yep. In the world full of tragic villains, a villain who's just evil and does stuff to prove his point is refreshing. And unlike the sus monk, he's fully aware of his evil and doesn't overextend it. True, the sus monk is evil and just keeps going, getting as he's just as evil as possible. For evil's sake, I guess. Yeah, Sorimachi's nice. How long have I been running? Hours, I'm certain. The sun is low in the blood-red sky. There's still time, there has to be. Whatever Sorimachi's objective, he has no reason to kill Muramasa. And so, though my calls remain unanswered, I refuse to believe she's gone. She'll be there at the end of the road, the place where Sorimachi said he'd be waiting. I'll save her. I'll save her! This is it, a desolate lot, empty but for weeds and rocks. And there Sorimachi stands, like a gnarled, leafless tree. Pushing away from the rock against which he was leaning, he closes the distance to me a few paces. And with a few paces still between us, he stops.
You.
Hey there! I don't see Muramasa. What's his game? I expected him to offer a trade, though for what I haven't a clue. Did he hide her elsewhere in case I attack? What is he? No, calm down. You know how to get the answer.
村正はどこだ？
Where's Muramasa?
江ノ島以来だね。こうやってブサイクな面を突きつけ合うのは。
Enoshima was the last time you saw my ugly mug.
まあ俺の方はその貧乏神も寄りつかねえような面影から拝ませてもらってたがよ。
I've been keeping an eye on yours, though. Now there's one only a mother could love.
村正はどこだ？
Where is she? He caused like a raven pecking at a corpse, and I forced myself once again to be calm. Remember, he holds all the cards.
ご囚人じゃねえか。たかが剣に。
What's the big deal?
何を
Relax,
そんな入れ込んで
officer.
やがるんだ？
Why lose your shit over some hunk of metal, hmm?
お前に説明する必要はない。村正を返せ。
None of your concern. Return her at once.
こっちものろけなんか聞く義理もねえな。
You're right. I
さ
don't,
て返せ。
I don't
返
care
せ
what
と
you
く
two
ら。
see in each other, but give her back? Well, as to that,
どう返そうかね。
question is, how do you want her?
お前は俺に報復したいのだろうが、
See if you're here for revenge, so be it.
どんな要求でも聞いてやる。
I'll give you whatever you want. Oh yeah?
そいつはありがて
Whatever I
No.
want.
え。
What a
バ
joke.
カくせえや。てめえなんぞに何ができる？てめえに何の値打ちがあるってんだ？
You think you have something I want? No, you ain't worth shit. What is it?
なら目的は何だ？お前はどうするつもりだ？
You're planning.
どうするも、こうするも。
Nothing at all.
もうやることはやっちまったさ。
Already did what I wanted to.
何が言いたい？
Explain.
脳みそあるだろ？使ってみたらどうだ？
Figure it out.
答えろ。
Where is she?
村正はどこだ？
Tell me. Good evening.
いねえよ。
She's gone. What?
何？
いね
Gone.
え。もう、どこにもいね
Your Muramasa's gone. The words are so simple, but I can't understand. Muramasa's gone?
何を言っている？
What are you saying?
え。どうやら、脳みそ腐りきって溶けちまったらしいや。
Guess I was wrong about you having a brain.
こんなこともわからねえだな。
You really don't hear what I'm saying?
わかってるだろうが。
You hear. You get it.
殺した。
I killed you,
もう
girl.
殺したって言ってんだよ。
She's dead. Dead. At last, the meaning is impossible to deny. Sorimachi killed Muramasa. She's dead.
嘘を言うな。
You're lying.
嘘だ。
You're lying.
嘘。
You're. Sorimachi reaches into his back pocket and tosses something at my feet. I look down. It's about the size of a fist with the dull shine of steel and the tint of dry blood. Armor, a piece of Muramasa.
村正。
Muramasa?
村正。
Muramasa.
村正！
Yeah, we can tell what he said there. I call her name. We're one soul entwined. My voice will answer it. Reach and she'll answer. Nothing. The metal at my feet is silent, still, and lifeless. Like a stone. Like a corpse. My blood bursts into flame and I charge, feet scorching the weeds. You don't have a weapon. Sorimachi reaches for his cane, but I'm faster. I'm already there, and my fist is primed. I strike. He staggers back, cane falling from his grasp. I lunge, giving chase. This guy's great. Look at his reaction. This time his fist is there to meet me. My cheekbone cracks. Stars burst behind my eyes. My knees buckle, but I force them to carry me forward. My own fist lands. He staggers again, but doesn't fall. He seizes my shoulders and with unbelievable strength drives his knee into my gut. Bile sprays from my mouth, and as I choke, Sorimachi strikes from behind. His fists and elbows batter my spine, driving my face toward the ground. I roar and, seizing his wrist, use all my strength to throw him. We fall together in a tangle of limbs, and still the blows keep coming. His fists dig deep, heavy with hate, but my hate is no less. The prophesied fist fight. Hate. Hate's all I know, the reasons are forgotten. From the very beginning, there's nothing else between us. Eventually I realize Sorimachi stopped fighting. He lies there laughing as I rain blows upon him.
いい面だ。
There it is. There it is!
それでいい。
That's the look.
わかりやすいぜ。
Ain't no question what you want now.
俺が憎くて殺したいんだろう。
You want it so bad I can taste it.
てめえは今、俺を殺したくて殺そうとしてる。
Hey, you wanna kill me, so that's what you're gonna do.
それでいいんだ。
That's what I'm talking about.
今まではそうじゃなかった。
You didn't have it before.
てめえはいやいや殺してた。
Before you didn't want it.
いつもそうだったんだろう。
You never wanted it, did you?
みっともなかったぜ。
But a sorry bastard.
人を殺しておいて、本当はこんなことしたくなかったんだって言いたくてなく。
Killing, then crying like you wished you could take it back.
じゃあやるのっ
Why'd you
て
do it then?
てめえに殺された奴はみんなそう言うぜ。
That's what they're all saying.
呪いの剣を抱えてどっかに引きこもってりゃよかった。
Should have gone and hid on some mountain, cursed Tsurugi and all.
それをてめえはしゃしり出てきて、世界のためだが、より多くの人を救うためだが、誰も頼んでない使命を勝手に背負って、本当は殺したくないくせに殺して泣いた。
You're the man with a mission, the one that has to save the world. Well, who the fuck asked you, buddy? Who asked you to go around killing kids, then crying about it afterwards?
くだらね
Fuck you, buddy.
え。勝手に殺しておいて自分を荒みやがると。
Acting like you had no choice.
胸くそ悪い。
Makes me sick.
ヘドが出るぜ。
Worthless motherfucker.
今はいい。
So now?
いい面だ。
Now you got the look.
憎んで憎んで、殺したくて殺したくてたまらなくて殺す面
The
だ。
look of a real killer who wants it more than anything.
みんなそうやって殺しゃよかった。
That's how you should have killed them all.
あのエミシのガキどももな。
That's how you should have killed those girls. Enough. I focus my blows on his face, desperate to silence him forever. And still Sorimachi keeps laughing.
殺せ。
Do it!
殺せ。
Do it!
その面で殺してみせろ。
Kill me with a smile. Die. The stone is in my hands, heavy, hard, and sharp. A blow to the skull will end it. I raise the stone above my head. Oh, this is where that prompt comes in. Interesting. Well, we can take the true ending. Or the Muramasa ending. Interesting. We absolutely have to save. I recognize this prompt. This is the prompt for the last two endings. Well, I know which route we're doing. The kill him ending. Let's see where this goes. I assume... I guess we'll see. Let's see. Is Muramasa not dead? I strike. Hard bone cracks, soft flesh gives, blood and other fluids wet my face and hands. His laughter continues, but the damage is done. Somehow Sorimachi manages to crawl. He drags himself inch by inch to the rock against which he stood. We didn't kill him if he's dying by bleeding out, by the way. He reaches behind it and pulls out Muramasa! A box. The box is large enough perhaps to contain a Tsurugi. Trembling fingers undo the lock. The lid falls away and Sorimachi is spent. He looks at me and with a sneer of perfect beatific compassion expires. I'd like to point out that he died from bleeding out, not from our attack. This doesn't count as murder. By Muramasa's definition, because remember, falling to your death doesn't count. And neither does, but dying does if they heal from it. Alright. if you recover from it. He looks at me with a sneer. Hey, look, it's Muramasa. I turn away from the corpse and examine the box. The material looks like the sort used to keep signals, transmissions from escaping, and inside is something crimson. Ah. I stabbed him, he bled out, thus I can't be the murderer, Your Honor? Yep, exactly. Exactly. My heart swells, a crimson spider! And as I stare, awestruck, it changes.
Muramasa!
Muramasa! Relief cuts my legs out from under me. Sorimachi was lying. Muramasa's alive! Thank goodness. Overwhelmed with joy, I grab Sorimachi's cane and run Muramasa through.
Muramasa?
Muramasa? Something's wrong. Why is she looking at me like that, as if to say goodbye? And why am I holding this cane? I would like to reiterate that at the end of this story, he stabbed himself and then recovered from it and counted that as killing someone. So, having to kill someone, Muramasa actually dying is not necessary. He can just stab her in a way that would normally be lethal, i.e. like running her through the stomach and then walk off. And if she recovers, she lives, and he just moves on with his life. And you can't tell me he doesn't know that, because he unironically did that on purpose. In the fight against Hikaru, which was the previous arc. So, Muramasa dying is 100% on him if he kills her. That's why... Why am I holding this cane and pulling the hidden blade free? Aiming it at her heart. Something else is taking control, and just like it did back then. The law of balance. Who takes the life of one despised must take the life of one beloved. No! No!
Muramasa!
Muramasa!
Nigero!
She answers, but only with the motion of her head. From side to side, she shakes it gently. I advance step by inexorable step, all the while pleading, stop. I don't want this. But my body rejects my desperate entreaties. It obeys only one law now. I lift the sword, its blade shines red in the fading sunlight.
Muramasa!
Muramasa!
いいの。
That's okay.
これで
This is how it should be.
いいのよ。
Thus I pay the price for my hate.
熱い
Why?
なぜだ
Why?
ミド、
You know,
最後に
please grant my last
お願い。
request. You have to forgive yourself now.
自分を許して。あなたはこれで
You've lost everything.
最後に残っ
Everything that was precious to you.
た大切なものも
It's okay if I include myself in that, right?
そのくらいの自負は。だから
But please,
もう自分を責
don't
めない
torture
で
yourself anymore.
許してあげて
Be at peace. For me.
Muramasa.
Muramasa. Her lips move. Please, she says. Please, for me. With the sound of glass breaking, she shatters into dust and it vanishes, glittering on the wind. And there I stand alone. Alright, Muramasa is dead. Not only have we seen at least one way to casually subvert the death of following the law of balance that was enacted by Kagieki, but he didn't even bother to attempt to do that again. He just kills Muramasa because LOL. Oh god. Yeah, that's not redeeming this arc. I'm sorry. They need to be more consistent. If you kill someone and they don't die, that needs to fail to count. You can't just do this shit. Add cheap drama by killing someone. They already wasted their drama in this very arc when the Hikaru kill. You can't double dip like this, man. There I stand alone, free of duty, free of laws, and hate of love. Okay, the end. Okay. Can I skip this? It makes me watch it, okay. Quit the game is the prompt to leave the game, not to return to the main menu. So we're watching this. Okay. So, did that make sense? No. Clearly not the intended route. Is bullshit Hikaru saved him with her god powers? Yeah, that's the point. He didn't die. Nobody died. Nobody died. It's objectively true that nobody died. And when he fails to kill people by swinging lethal, but not fatal wounds, it still continues acting. In the example, since they brought it up, Funa, he stabbed her lethally, and she was bleeding out and struggling, and Muramasa said, it doesn't count as done. And so he is forced to stab her again and again until she's dead. So in the case of Hikaru saving him, yeah, sure, she saved him from his potentially lethal wound. Doesn't matter, because he has to finish the job. Since they explicitly brought up the example of the Amishi girls like 5 times here, it's not a consistent ending. It's okay though. That's clearly not the intended ending. So they can write whatever bullshit they want. Yeah, I actually think the story should have ended at the, before the credits, or with him killing himself and Hikaru. Not only because that would have ended things on a high note, but also because it would have ended things somewhat consistently. We've gone this entire arc thinking our character shouldn't be alive, and they haven't done anything to fix that or even retcon it. Like, a retcon where it's like, oh, you can do this would be fine. But nah, they kind of just ignore it and move on. Bit unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, so far, the post-credits arc of the Muramasa roots, kinda mid. There were some cute scenes in it that they tacked on because they wanted to, but I don't feel like it deserved the short arc that it is. So far, it hasn't added to the plot or the story in any way I would have wanted it to, or I'm glad it did. Like, there are some long denouement or endings that are okay, like an example most of us might know is like the Unlimited Blade Works ending, which is an entire episode out of the, double-length season. And I didn't think that was necessary either, but it was chill and kind of just like very clearly lays out what life is like beyond the Grail War for Emiya and Rin. Like, that works. Did I really need it? It was okay. But it made sense and is like, okay, we're seeing the things we expect to see. They're living like a decent life. And you can see that like they're progressing towards their respective goals, which is cool. This one, I don't really know that we needed it so far. I'll revise my opinion if the other choice is better. But it has a lot to do. And if it ends in like 2 seconds afterwards, maybe a nice hand-holding scene or something, it'd be kind of bad. Also, for obvious reasons, this arc was like way too fucking short. Like, what was this, like 5 scenes? It was like a bunch of relaxing scenes, one dramatic scene, a panicked running scene, and then another dramatic scene. Considering the length of a visual novel, that's incredibly short for a full character arc. Where actually nothing is learned, because our character hasn't changed too much. Alright. I'll immediately go into this next one, there's no point delaying. We'll just wait for the main menu to return, and we'll jump in. Okay, here's the option again. Load it up. Alright, can we kill him? Nah. He killed Muramasa, he took her from me. Who could blame me for killing him now? Vengeance is my right, and yet, have I ever honored anyone's right to avenge my crimes? The people I killed had friends and families, a multitude who mourn their loss, many who wish they could punish the man who murdered their... How many wish they could punish the man who murdered their loved ones? I doubt the number bears counting, and yet here I am, still alive, in shameless defiance of their wish. Now that it's my claim to vengeance, will I satisfy it with blood?
殺したい。
Yes. How I want it to crush the life from his body. But think, is Muramasa's death solely on his hands? He killed her because of my deeds. Because of his hate for the killings I wrought. He too is an avenger. The root then lies with me.
殺す。
It doesn't matter, I don't need justice on my side. I'm a murderer. Innocents, children, all died at my hands. Why should I now hesitate to kill this stain, this blight? Why? Because though I've killed so many, my reason never changed. Always I've killed for one purpose, to prevent disaster. I took their lives that many more might live. This is why I killed Nita Yuhi, Fuki and Funa, Oji Misao. This is why I killed Hikaru. Did you though?
そうだ。
That's why.
そうだった。
That's why. If I'm the source, or root of Sorimachi's deeds, then this is the root of mine. To kill for peace is the road I have walked. Will I abandon it now? Who will it save to kill this man? It will save no one and bring peace to no one. Really? No one, only me. And so it all comes down to this. Can I kill a man for my sake alone? I let go of the rock and rise to my feet. Sorimachi lies there looking at me. I turn to go.
待ちな。
Hold it.
なんでやらねえ。
Why don't you finish the job?
殺せない。
Cannot.
俺が憎くねえのかよ。
What, you forgive me? Is that it?
憎い。
Never. My voice is thick with hate.
だったらなんでだ。
So finish it.
復讐だけでは殺せない。
I won't kill for revenge.
俺は憎しみで
Won't kill to
人を
satisfy my
殺す
hate.
ことはできない。
そうかい。
Oh yeah?
ならこれからどうするんだ。
So what now? What now? What will I do? Having forsaken vengeance?
逃げるつもりだったろ。駅で俺が邪魔しなけりゃ。
You were planning to disappear, weren't you, before I got in the way?
逃げるか。自分のやったこと全部置き捨てて。
Is that what you're gonna do? Run? From all the shit you've done? I could run far, far away to a place where no one knows me, a place where I can forget. I can run, or... Well, we got two choices yet again. Run or stay on the path. I guess we'll stay on the path, sure. My body's the heaviest it's ever been. My arms and legs leaden and dull, my head a block of stone. And yet there's a force inside that moves me even so.
思い出したことがある。
I remembered something.
お前は言ったな。村正を抱えて引っ込んでいればよかったと。
Yeah, if I run, just walk. There's no rush. You asked why I didn't go hide in a cave when this
そ
began.
うだ。
You're right, I could have done that, but I didn't.
俺はそうしようと思えばできた。人を殺してでも、人を救いたかったからだ。
I wanted to save lives, even if it also meant taking them. By that choice, my path was set. I build a peaceful world atop the bodies of the dead. I haven't yet accomplished that goal. Every second across the globe, people are fighting and dying. The world is still paying the price for my mistakes 2 years ago. It's not over. My duty? No. My dream is unfulfilled.
それで
What's the plan?
続ける。
Finish what I started.
この世の争いを全て収める。
End conflict everywhere.
正気で言ってんのか。
That's crazy talk.
違うかもしれんな。
It might be.
てめえがどうやってそんなことを仕留める？
How's a
花
guy
で
like
も
you
配
gonna do
っ
that?
て戦争はやめなさいと言って回るのか？
Gonna pass out flowers asking folks to play nice?
まさか
Of course not. I sneer at the thought. No killer reeking of blood will ever convince men to lay down their swords. Are you gonna start a mercenary corps? Obsessed with the law of balance? No, that path, another will walk. Someone good and pure of heart whose innocent prayers might be heard. I'll continue my work in the Opal where I belong.
なら
Then how?
知れたこと
Only way I can.
最小限度の殺戮で戦争を撲滅する
By killing as many as it takes for the fighting to stop.
おかしいか
What I said not make sense?
いや
No, no, it
お
makes
か
sense.
しくは
Perfect
ねえ
sense.
な。おかしくはねえが
Question, officer.
てめえはそれをまたいやいや泣きながらやるのか？
Are you going to keep crying and puking your guts out like your little heart can't take it? I look over my shoulder. His eyes are cold. What's he suggesting, that I don't want to kill?
反町勘違いは
Torimachi, stop acting
迷惑
the
だ。
fool.
あ？
俺は最初から嫌がってなどいない
You know I've never killed anyone unwillingly.
嫌ならやらんやりたいからやったのだ
Everyone I killed because I wanted to.
当たり前のことだろうが本当にやりたくないことをやる人間がどこにいる
After all, no one would do something he didn't want to. Isn't that right? Of course it is, and therefore our deeds attest to our will. A simple truth, yet one I feel eluded me for ages.
これからもだ俺はやりたいからやる
I'll continue to do what I want.
殺したいから殺す
Kill for the sake of my dream.
だったらてめえはあの時どうして泣いた？
If that's what you want. Why were you crying back then?
泣いてなどいない
Oh, I wasn't
No.
crying. If by chance you saw
も
tears
し
on my
泣いた
face,
ように見えたならきっと笑っていたのだろうよ
must have seen me laughing.
涙がこぼれるほど
Those were surely tears of
楽しくて。
joy. Silence follows, but shortly I hear low and thick a croaking sound like the call of a toad.
てめえがやるのは悪鬼の所業だぜ。
That's a demon's work.
知っている
His.
やり遂げられんのか？
Think you're up
坊
for it,
っ
nice
ちゃ
guy
ん
like
育ち
you?
のてめえによ。
ああ
Yup.
俺の邪悪を信じる
I have faith in my evil. And if that faith ever wanes, I need only look back at the road I've trod. All the proof I need is there. The blackness that dwells within my heart.
そうかよ。
Well, you talk the talk.
じゃあ勝手にしやがれ。
Knock yourself out then.
そいつと一緒にな。
You deserve each other.
そいつ
What?
返してやれ。
Here. Torimachi climbs to his feet and trudges over to the rock where he stood. From behind the rock, he pulls a box. Is that an isolation box? He undoes the lock, throwing off the lid, and inside is
村正
Muramasa? My lost half is there. I can see at a glance that she lives. Of course, the box is why we couldn't communicate. Merry Christmas from Sorimachi. You can now heartlessly kill people. He's secretly just trying to help you. He's a nice psychologist. For Sorimachi to go to such lengths to make me believe he'd killed her, I can think of only one reason. I look up and he's limping away.
反町
Sorimachi?
なんで？
What? He turns scowling and spits on the grass.
行くのか
Is this it? His eyes meet mine, and then with a damnable joy, he smiles.
今日のところはこれで勘弁してやれ。
I'll let you off this time, Copper. He smiles, just this once. Only his shadow remains. Alright. Muramasa, once more in her Amishi form, looks at me with doubt in her eyes. She must have heard everything.
ミド。あの男はあなたに自分を殺させて
Yeah, what an absolute Chad.
そ
He's
れから
perfectly
私も
okay
殺さ
with
せよう
whatever
と
you
した。
pick. I mean, he put you in a situation where he couldn't lose. His death means success. His death probably means success, at least to his knowledge. And his life also means success. Hopefully. You want you to kill him so you'd kill me?
らしいな。
Yep, so I gathered. That was pretty straightforward.
私はそれでも構わなかった。
Part of me hoped you would.
私さえなくなれば、
Would have
あな
freed
たは
you,
戦
I
いを
thought.
忘れて生きられるって思ったから。
Finally forget.
本当に戦うの？
If you choose this path, you'll have to keep fighting.
戦い続けるの？
You'll have to keep killing.
あなたは本当にそれでいいの？
Is that really what you
あ
want?
あ、
Yep. Answer without
俺
pause.
はこの世の部を支配する。
I'll become the symbol of might. You're not blonde enough.
頂点に立つ。
Whoever desires power, I
そして
grant it.
勝利したい者は俺の力を欲するだろう。
My sword will bring them victory.
代償は支払わせる。
That victory will carry a price.
その者自身、
They'll pay with their lives
その者の大切な誰
and the
か、
lives of their loved ones.
守るべき者、
They'll pay with the death of their righteousness too.
正義。それを
But that's the law of balance.
敵を殺す代償に奪う。善悪相殺。この部
This
を
law
世に
is my
敷く
banner. I'll fight to the end
誰もが、それこそ闘争の真実なのだと知り、
till all come to know it is the true face of might.
地上から戦いが絶えるまで。
And war vanishes from the earth forever.
リード。
村正、
What will you do, Muramasa?
お前はどうする？一緒に行ってくれるか？
You join me?
私は
あったんでしょ。お姉さんのような人が夕日を殺したのなら、
The reason, right? There has to be for someone like you to kill him.
その意味がどんなものかは聞きません。今は聞きたく
That's
ないで
why he
す。
died. I don't want to know, not yet.
夕日の命と引き換えにされた何かのことなんて
Can't have been worth
僕は
Yuki's life.
でもお姉さんはその意味を大事にして守ってください。
Now that it's done, now that you
Timothy.
killed him, you gotta keep that meaning alive
あなたは
for all there's
そのために夕日を犠牲にしたんですから。
nothing else left.
私は善悪相殺の誓いを心金に刻む村正。何
I'm
より
Muramasa. I serve the law of
あな
balance.
たを主とする剣だから。
And most of all, I serve you, my
あ
master.
なたが力を求めるなら答えるまで。
I'm yours for as long as you have need of my power. Please, fade to black ending. This seems like it's a second arc ending.
村正、
Muramasa. I take her hand, she returns my grip with all the strength of an oath. One day our turn will come when at last our fight is over and the world's at peace. Then we too will pay the price. Each with the life of the one we hold dear. Our most precious possession, each other. Please, end here. That would be appropriate, but
お
no.
や、おいででしたか。
No. No. Please. Alright, looks like we're still going. Looks like the gang's all here.
ええ。
Indeed. Tori and Ichijo.
ほほ。
Sayo.
ま、ご覧の通りの始末です。あんた方はこれからどうなさるんで？
You all saw his answer.
そうですね。ひとまず見守ってみましょうか。
I think I'll watch a while longer.
どこまでやれるか。復讐ならいつでもできますしね。
Curious to see how far he takes this. There'll always be time for vengeance later.
さようでございますな。
Quite right.
あやねの嬢さんは
And Miss Ayane?
やっぱりお行きなさるか。
What I thought.
人のことよりあなたはどうされますの？
And what are your plans, if I might ask?
あたしゃ帰りますよ。あいつはもうどこにでもいる悪党だ。
Me? Oh, I won't be seeing him again. He's just another villain now, and villains ain't my business.
相手しちゃいられません。
Nope,
組に
time to
戻
get
って
back
仕
to my
事
day
をしま
job.
す。幕府が崩れてからこっち空分稼ぐのも大変でしたね。
Ain't easy making a living, you know? Wait, why is there... Why is there vengeance? You mean these ones? Okay, well, Nita Yuhi, the first person he murders in chapter 1 of the story, as a result of saving his life, he kills a bad guy and then goes and decapitates him the day after. That's Otori's cousin. So he murdered Otori's cousin in cold blood, following his law of balance. Just, you know, went to his house, said, hey, what's up, and decapitated him. Real nice. It ain't easy making a living, the way things are. Her cousin who's supposed to marry her sister. Sweet Home Alabama. Well, Japanese families. They haven't exactly been shown as a stellar source of anything in this series.
そう
Like, good day to you,
せい
then.
ぜいお励みなさいまし
I get you.
では
And so the three go their separate ways. One departs never to return. One waits, patient for the time to be right. And one marches onward to see justice done. A wind whips across the field, hot with the promise of battle. I turn to find a familiar girl standing there, the sun at her back, a Tsurugi beside her. On her face I see anger, sorrow, but strongest of all, resolve. There's no avoiding this confrontation. A grimace twists my no. The expression's wrong. It doesn't suit one such as I. I wanted this fight. I wanted to kill. I must greet my opponent appropriately in a manner befitting a demon. Yes, I must greet her like this. My enemy readies herself for battle, and I do the same. The words of the Covenant float from my lips, closing around me like steel. Where there's demons, I slay them. Where there are saints, I slay them. Mine is the way of the sword. Yeah, and that's why she's cold to us in vitro. And the lady who's going to fight us.
おい、てめえら作業はどうしたんだ
I
よ
wonder if she wins in this timeline as well. Because she wins in the timeline you fight her, the first route, she does win. At the cost of her Tsurugi. Hey, get off your asses.
はあ
What do you want?
橋だよさっ
Supposed
さ
to
と
be
完
building
成
that
させろ
bridge.
してるかお前らで勝手にやれ
Do it yourself. You want it that bad?
何
What'd you say? What?
あ光棒
Sorry. No fighting. Peace. Pieces of...
Hmm?
Oh yeah. Peace is the noblest pursuit. Oh, there's our ending fight. Alright, well, that was definitely better than the ending where we kill Muramasa. It wasn't too much longer than it needed to be. Is that a good ending? It was a little long. But it was alright. It's alright. I'll give it an alright. The fact that I have to think about it and can't immediately say that was terrible probably means that it's not bad, and I'm just salty. Are we done with this VN? That was the last scene to see. We are absolutely done. I mean, I think we are. The game's baited us before. I think that was alright. The rush was a little bit quick, and I don't know if they actually needed to add the entire sub-arc, but it was alright. I don't think I can say it was atrocious. They at least didn't end it like incredibly poorly. It was decent enough that I was like, okay, well we should be ending around here. And it kinda ended within like 5-ish minutes. That's fine. It rushed the that a little bit, but that's alright. I can say I think if I operated under the assumption we'd be getting a really long ending past the first set of credits, I think I would have been a bit more positive with that section, which leaves me with the conclusion that it wasn't too bad. The Sorimachi stuff was a bit rushed and didn't really have any build-up, and its resolution was really quick, but that's alright. It wasn't like an S tier ending. It was still solid. Did your boy Sorimachi dirty? Really? He's still an absolute Chad. Alright ending. Another. The true ending seems to have resolved something. It resolved Kageyaki's like hypocrisy with all his killing of innocents. I still think it wasn't great, because it didn't need to be there at all. But it's fine. Not a VN you'd read on your own. But it had some good moments, yeah. I think it was pretty good. I don't regret reading this one. I think I had a good time just about every time I was reading this. The most irritated I had was that this was towards the end of the Ichijo arc, where it was like really hard to tell what the fuck Kageyaki was thinking, because he was making some dumb statements. And probably towards the end of this true ending, where I was like, Jesus, just end the story already. Most endings fell off from the build-ups. Yeah, I feel like they could have ended most of them slightly better. But the arcs themselves were enjoyable throughout it. I'm kind of like, where do I want to put that? Like, all of the arcs themselves are quite enjoyable, but I don't think the endings were top tier for most of them. The best ending is probably the Otori ending, as that one actually kind of hinted where the like end would be. Like, you felt like you solved the first crisis and then kind of knew where the denouement would take you, or like your final ending would take your final like part of that would take you. I obviously didn't have a clue what the fuck we were doing with this ending, obviously, because I got irritated how long it was taking. So like that wasn't great. The Chachamaru ending just up and off like ended immediately, which was kind of mid. But I thought it was at least it wasn't like super drawn out, so that's fine. And the Ichijo ending, that was alright. Yeah. So I think that was fine. Because I honestly liked most of the journey to where we got to them. I didn't find there was like too much trouble along the way. I was like, yeah, this is a fun journey. Most of the scenes are alright. Yeah, we've done everything. That was an easy, I don't know, where do I want to rate that game? Pretty well. I'm going to rate this game pretty highly, I think. Oh, what's this? A new main menu screen, maybe? Full Metal Demon Muramasa. Alright, that was Full Metal Demon Muramasa, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed, because I certainly did.